Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, my loves. No, I'm kidding. Hi, my loves. It's CHANGE.TROYCE, and you're watching Choice TV. For today's video, I wanted to get on here and talk about my unpopular opinions, give my unpopular opinions. And let me start by saying that my last unpopular opinions, I lost over 1,000 subscribers because of my unpopular opinions. But I feel like that's too low. I feel like we could definitely go for 2,000. And let me just start by saying that if you have a problem with my unpopular opinions, you can go suck your mother, because these are my opinions. But let's get right into it. The Breakfast Club went downhill after Angelique Yee left. It's a shame, but I'm pretty sure she's happy as hell she left, because when you see the way the Breakfast Club is going downhill, when you see the fact that the Breakfast Club is now moving to different streaming platforms and assuming that their followers are going to follow them there and then getting upset when their followers don't, I'm sure she's glad she left. Mariah the Scientist is not famous and successful because she's pretty and light-skinned. Now, I get it. Colorism definitely plays a role on why a lot of people are where they are today, but that's another video for another day. But Mariah the Scientist is not famous because she's pretty and light-skinned. Sometimes people like to use that argument to justify why she gets away with being a mid-artist, but she's incredibly talented and her pen game is crazy. I don't see how somebody can say that she gets a pass for being light-skinned and pretty. And if you ask me, even though I'm a fan of her music, she's a mid-looking woman. Anyone that's stupid enough to still buy Jordans is an idiot. They've literally been making the same shoes every single 10 years and people still stupidly buy it. The only thing they do is sometimes is just change the fucking background design and change the outline of it. They literally sell y'all the same shoes every fucking year and people eat it up and buy it. Sometimes I look at the prices of these shoes, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, they're just steady trying to buck the new generation. Ask anyone that was buying Jordans in the 90s and anyone that was buying Jordans in the 2010s. If you're looking to rent an apartment and it includes a bunch of free shit, it's a scam. Oh my god, like, free internet, free cable, everything's included, which that's usually a spare. But usually when they be like, it comes with this, it comes with internet, it comes with this. Oh, it also comes with Popeyes. It also comes with a side of pizza. It comes with Jesus Christ himself. When they throw in all that free shit, besides utilities included, that's how you know it's a scam. Because that's how you know there's roaches, that's how you know there's bed bugs, and that's how you know your car gonna get shot up and broken into. Do not fall for it. People who are looking for an apartment, don't fall for all that free shit. It's a scam. Read the Google reviews. That's the real tea. Okay if you don't want a special needs baby. I seen this viral TikTok recently, and there was this young woman who had this to say.
I do not want to have a special needs child. I don't want to have an autistic child, and I don't want to have a child that requires my full-time care. And for many other reasons, but that being the absolute number one, that is why I'm not having kids. I think having kids is like, you get married, you have kids, and you need to think through like just so many things. I've been a nanny for 10 years, so that's why I have a lot more, I think, insight into what having kids is. A kid that requires my full-time care, because I know myself. I know that I get touched out really easily. I know that I get highly overstimulated, and it affects my mood. I have OCD, and I have intrusive thoughts. I know that I wouldn't be able to handle the sadness I would feel seeing my child suffer in any way.
Once you have a special needs child, they would need help for the rest of their lives and they'll never truly be self-sufficient. It's not selfish and it's not fucked up to say that you can never raise a child if they came out special needs. That's people's personal opinion. It's their life. If they don't want to do it, then give it to somebody else that will. Every woman watching this needs to watch the movie Not Without My Daughter. If y'all have never seen that movie and you're a woman, please fucking watch it. When I tell you I'm absolutely horrified. Now, if you don't know what that movie is, it's basically based on a true story that actually happened back in the day. And it was about this woman who was fucking this Iranian guy. And it also talks about a lot of things going on in Iran and why Iran went the way it did. Fun fact. Basically, she was smashing this Iranian guy, had a baby with him, started a whole family with him and everything. And then he finally said, well, I want to go visit my family. Let's go. We've been putting it off for a while. She said, nah, that's weird. The country is just a lot going on. I don't want to go there. He convinced her to go. She actually went. And guess what? When her ass said, okay, I want to go now, he said, we ain't going anywhere because you're married to me. And in this country, women don't have any rights.
I do a lot of good here.
No, I won't stay here. You can't keep me.
Did you listen to me? You're in my country now. You're my wife. You do as I say, you understand me? We're staying here.
That movie is fucking insane, and it's based on the novel written by Betty Mahmoudi, who essentially wrote the book Not Without My Daughter. And she had a lot to say about the fact that her husband became abusive, crazy, his family got in his head, and essentially when you go to certain countries and you're married to an Iranian man, your rights immediately go out the window. That movie's horrific, and it's sad because there's a lot of situations like that that actually exist, where a lot of men bait the women that they're marrying into coming into their homeland, and then you find out that you can't even fucking leave anymore. Blueface is wrong for what he did to his child on a streaming platform.
Little kid. Is he getting girls at school?
No. Because I don't want to.
Do they like you?
But I don't want to.
Do they have a crush on you though?
No.
No girls trying to talk to you?
No.
It's not gay, are you?
No.
Why are you talking about this right now?
Hey, we're having barbershop men talk.
No.
What do you mean?
Why are you asking me dumbass shit like that?
I'm just making sure.
Okay, do you want to turn this shit the fuck off?
You be quiet. This is my son. What the fuck?
You sure?
Yeah.
Imagine if you go to school and people start fucking doing that little weird shit and poking at him, talking about the fact that he's gay because his dad did that shit on stream. Your son is really being raised in the public eye, and then you're asking him weird ass questions so that way he go to school and people pick on him. He's wrong for that. And Jaden was right to shut it down. He wasn't wrong for asking the question, because children are sometimes going to show you signs, and oftentimes parents are going to ask. If you're a parent watching this, I'm pretty sure you have asked your child or thought about asking your child if they are gay or they lean a certain way. But even though kids should be kids and the question is a little bit cringe, he wasn't wrong for asking it because it's his child, and children sometimes bond with their fathers in moments like that. But Blueface is not homophobic, so I don't see the problem, but the issue is you're doing it on camera. The DL Whisperer, if you guys didn't know, is a very popular guy on Instagram who essentially makes breakdown videos of guys that are secretly DL, and he helps a lot of women justify the fact that they might have been dating a DL man. He also helps women figure out if their man is DL or if there are any signs, and so much more. And he's essentially exposed a lot of people who are Arab, Asian, in the black community, everybody. If they give off DL vibes, he'll essentially break it down and he'll let women know signs to look out for. He's been getting a lot of virality recently, and essentially he basically put out that if a man is hypersexual and can't be satisfied by one woman, she said that that man is essentially gay or bisexual.
How do you feel about hypersexual men? Do you feel like hypersexual?
Gay, like you can't be, if you're hypersexual, how is a woman, and that's why I always say a woman isn't gonna satisfy them. Most of the time these hypersexual men, if a man is stuck with over, like, cause I'll say 100, that's a low number. If a man is sleeping with all of these women and not building any emotional connections, nothing serious, he's not into women emotionally, at least. He might like you sexually. He might just be into women sexually, but I wouldn't ever think that he's gonna be serious with them. Because a man that truly likes women, like I always say, the simps, like they're not gonna be in all of these commitments with all of these different women. They're all gay.
Now, let me just say that anyone that co-signs and believes this shit is full of shit. Somebody being hypersexual has nothing to do with the fact that they're gay or bisexual. Does the same thing apply to women? Are women bisexual if they're always getting ran through and getting drilled and they poom poom all the time? Why do people have different, strokes for different folks? You know what I mean? Why don't y'all give the same standards for poom poom? Like you guys do this for guys. It's not that he's gay or bisexual. And it's a shame that people co-signed it and said it's true. I think the reason why people co-sign it is because most women want to find a reason to justify why their man probably cheated on them. Some people were molested when they were younger, and that's why they're hypersexual. Corinne Steffens even said one time that a lot of times when women are hypersexual, it's usually because they were sexually abused at a young age.
When you see women who are sexually promiscuous, women who are sexually autonomous in such a way that it might be detrimental to their health and well-being and their emotional selves, a lot of that is based on sexual abuse and that we don't discuss. Especially in the black community, it's not often discussed. But the first thing you guys want to do is call somebody a hoe and but you haven't asked a question. So what I'm going to say to you today is to say, before you call somebody, now listen, some people are just whores, right? Like actual whores, like who sell their body. But even those girls, you have to ask them a question. What happened? Every porn star, every prostitute, every emotionally unstable, physically loose girl has a story. And you've got to ask these girls, what happened?
Most people who are hypersexual to a point where it's literally overt and a little bit gross, men or women, were sexually assaulted. So maybe you should look at that perspective instead of just being like, yeah, he's gay, he's bi, he can't be pleased, he's gay. Sometimes that might be the case, but most times it's not. It's insensitive and fucked up to even put that out there, and shame on anyone that co-signed it. So Nicki Minaj's little sister, Ming Lee, if y'all don't know who she is, should not be criticized for supporting Cardi B's concert. Ming Lee got a lot of backlash because she supported Cardi B's concert when Cardi B was, I believe, in Los Angeles, and she was essentially in the crowd, hyping it up, showing mad love to Cardi, and someone next to her filmed it. This was clearly a PR stunt, and when people saw it, they gave her tons of backlash and talked about how quickly people will switch up the moment you realize you can't benefit from somebody anymore. I see where people are coming from, but she was just there to enjoy a fucking concert. She's never said anything bad about Cardi B, and why should she automatically shun being a fan of Cardi B? Yes, Cardi B said she was going to beat Nicki Minaj's ass when she see her, but I mean, she's just enjoying a fucking show. I think anyone that's criticizing Ming Lee and then saying that she should be ashamed of herself are just childish. She even went on social media and said that y'all can sit up here all you want, but my sister don't claim me, yada, yada, yada. My sister literally be acting funny, so why do y'all even care? She did that as a PR stunt. But I don't think it's a problem to support Cardi B at all, because Cardi B didn't do shit to her, and her and Nicki don't even talk. Her and Nicki are literally distant fucking siblings. What's the problem?
However, it would be a different story if she was backstage with Cardi B and talking about trying to work with Cardi B and kissing Cardi B's ass in public. Now that would be a little bit much, but she's just there for a show. We don't know why she was there.
Ma is a very underrated film, and I'm very disappointed in y'all for not supporting it enough, because the film featuring Octavia Spencer deserved so much better. I will never forgive y'all for not pushing the movie further. It was a great film. It was horrific, unpleasant, and a little triggering, but I really feel like the movie could have been so much bigger. I'm actually disappointed that it didn't gross more money and more people didn't nominate it for awards. New Orleans is not going to exist in 20 years. Get the fuck out while you still can and invest elsewhere while you still can. That city, New Orleans, we all remember what happened with Katrina back in the day, back in 2008, and we all saw how fucked up that was. But when you see these horrible videos of people showing what underneath their house is looking like.
So I walk into the hood in the daytime. So what y'all see? What y'all see? This shit still going platinum. That is the fucking ocean. Shit still going. It's in the daytime. Ain't nothing changed.
New Orleans is under sea level.
Because I'm walking up the street and a ship is passing like it's a car passing. Mind you, I'm below the ship. I'm looking up at the ship because the water is higher than the ground.
Yeah, that city will not exist. It'll literally be underwater. Props to anyone that still lives there, but yeah, y'all need to start investing elsewhere. Anyone that buys a house there is shooting themselves in the foot. Stop going to ice cream parlors in America. They're all selling you fake ass ice cream. Frozen dairy dessert, frozen custard. It's a bunch of fake bullshit. Stop going to ice cream parlors in America and think they're giving you real ice cream. A lot of the shit they're giving you is palm oil mixed with emulsifiers and sugar and milk. And sometimes they legally can't even call it ice cream. Go to the Mexicans. The Mexicans don't play about their ice cream. They use real fruit. If not, they're using 5 to 15 ingredients for their fucking ice cream. The Mexicans always go hard. So if you're gonna go anywhere, support the Mexicans. Suki Hana is wrong as fuck for what she did to that woman on Baddies with the whole bear mace situation. But I still like her and I'm not really mad at her.
The show was amazing. I don't know nothing about no bear mace.
Now, she's actually pretty great for television, and I will say this, I'm really glad that they included someone like her on the show Baddies, but she maced a woman on the show, and she did it in a way where she maced her and then ran off and fucking affected everybody on stage. She really cleared out an entire club. Have y'all ever been maced before? Yeah, that shit clears out an entire room, and then it sticks to stuff, and it lingers. Mace, especially bear mace, is nothing to play about. But I will say, I'm not mad at her because, she did try to have an adult, educated conversation with the woman who kept saying nigga. and she wasn't receiving it.
These other niggas going keep what you had, cause I'm classy, petite, sexy, unique. I'm what these niggas want and these hoes wanna be.
If your job cuts your hours abruptly, run! They are literally going to fire your ass. Start applying elsewhere immediately. They're literally trying to kick your ass out of the door. If anyone ever got their hours cut, I'm telling you right now, they're going to fire your ass. People who let dogs sleep in their bed are fucking gross. Apple should not allow you to unsend messages if it's just going to fucking announce it in the chat. Why even add the feature just to be like, the person just unsent their message. They edited their message. Like, why even make it known? I just feel like Apple should have never even allowed it to begin with. Blueface's daughter, Journey, behaving the way she does is not a big deal.
I'm Blueface.
And I'm Pinkface. It's not funny, I'm Pinkface.
Okay.
Don't you either.
Then get out my house!
You get out my house. It's my house.
No, this is my fucking house.
Hey, stop cursing.
This is my house.
This is my fucking house.
This is my house.
Stop that, Dirty.
That phone can take off and go have our own category.
Journey, did you hear what I said?
Shut up!
Hey, are you okay?
Give me this. You're done.
You know you gotta
You're
sit
done.
on the edge of this table.
You're done. You're done. Put her on timeout.
I'll be back now.
Shut up, I'm gonna get it!
Oh no, oh no.
I'm gonna fuck your fucking ass!
I'm gonna whoop your butt. You don't say those bad words. Come here, come here.
No!
Don't y'all get on here talking about Journey Pie is bad. Okay? She is not bad. She's just a little sponge. She picks up everything I say.
Tell y'all she called the teacher fat. And the teacher is not on the slim side. So it's like, you know, that really struck a chord. Struck a chord with her. Like, you feel me? Like, so it's just like, oh my God. Like, I hope that lady don't treat my kid no different, you know?
So, if y'all didn't know, Blueface has a daughter named Journey. And people on the internet have been calling her Pinkface. And she's raked up a pretty big ass fucking following. However, people have been giving her a lot of backlash and saying that their parents should be ashamed of themselves and that she needs to be disciplined and so much more and all this other shit. Listen, I don't see a problem with the shit because they do seem to discipline her. However, when she's getting on camera being like, your mom's gonna whoop your fucking ass! Like, I get it. It's inappropriate. But kids tend to grow out of that shit. I feel like when you have a child and they literally hear you curse all the fucking time, it's normal for them to literally repeat it. So, yeah, she might be a problem, but by the time she turns 8 years old, she'll be fine. People keep comparing her to other kids, saying, well, other kids are calm and polite and know how to greet people and know how to keep their mouth shut. Sometimes the quiet and sweet kids are the most rebellious. Let's be real. Y'all never had a cousin or a relative who was always doing some stupid shit and always like being a hoe and thoughting and doing all types of crazy shit and getting ran through and getting drilled. And then she's like sweet as honey when adults are around or always sneaking out. Sometimes the sweet, quiet, and sneaky kids aren't. Sometimes the sweet, quiet kids who are orderly, they usually perform because they know what gets rewarded and they know what gets condemned. She's just being allowed to express herself. And even though I don't think it's right for her to curse because a kid should not be saying shit like that because they were repeated to the wrong person and that makes you look bad, she'll grow out of it. People from New Orleans are being dramatic as fuck about Tina Knowles' gumbo. So recently, Texas had this whole event called the Texas Houston Rodeo. And it's a big rodeo event for people who are foodies and people who enjoy amusement parks. Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mom, came out with her own gumbo. And she sold it at a fucking carnival. And people are making a big deal out of it and saying that it's not good, it's bland, it's a bunch of other shit. Which I get. That's people's opinions.
26, gonna try my Tina gumbo. Yeah, look. Gumbo. Test that. Pretty good, Mama Tina. Yeah. Y'all, I just ate some of Mama Tina gumbo at the rodeo. And look. I'm sorry, Mama Tina. It's spoiled, but it feels horrible.
Let me start off with the good. Was the gumbo pretty good? Yes. My issues is when I think gumbo, I think Cajun. I think Holy Trinity. I think oil needs to be floating at the top because you got to make a roux. And that's what's missing from this.
Okay, strike one, they gave us crackers with it. We don't eat crackers with our gumbo in New Orleans, but let's see. And I know it's not supposed to be New Orleans gumbo, it's supposed to be Louisiana style something. Other stuff other than seafood, though. Okay. It's not nasty, but it tastes like beef soup. This is not gumbo.
How y'all mad because the people from New Orleans saying Mama Tina seafood gumbo tastes like stew? Tastes like beef stew. Why y'all mad? Because y'all saying, oh, well, people in New Orleans gumbo not good anyway. Listen, until you sat in somebody's kitchen like a local's kitchen and had them make the gumbo for you, see, y'all fucking basing a gumbo off of fucking whitewashed ass gumbo y'all get from these restaurants downtown and shit.
Of course, it's not gonna taste how the fuck your granny made it. I hate people like that. I hate people who be like, oh, the best place to get food is my granny house. The best place to get food is my mama house. Of course, it's not gonna taste as good as the way your granny or your mama make it. And to be honest with you, some of y'all grannies and mamas can't cook for shit. So, of course, it doesn't taste like the gumbo that you're used to. Gumbo can be made in multiple different ways. That's why it's called gumbo. It's literally made differently. I've had so many gumbos and everybody makes it differently. Everybody uses their own versions of stuff. Some people add okra to their gumbo. Some people add potatoes to their gumbo. Some people add chicken strips to their gumbo. Everybody has their own definition of what gumbo is because everybody has their own family recipe. Religion is not for everyone. Some people are better off without it, and some people need it desperately. So I feel like some people need religion because they lack discipline, self-awareness, or some people just feel connected to their faith. Now, it's usually one of the three. And some people are better without it. I'm not religious, and many people out there aren't religious either. And to be honest with you, I don't believe that there's a God. And that's my personal opinion about it. Now, that's not the point of where I was going with this. The point is, I feel like my life has turned out fine without having to subscribe to the idea of religion or that there's somebody in the sky who's going to condemn me for my beliefs and my behavior. And I felt like this for a long time. At a young age, I just kind of realized, is this being used to like control me by a lot of my relatives, or is this like something I should just resonate with? I just could never get into it. You know, even as a child, I used to literally fall asleep in church, and that's literally me. And it's okay if you disagree. It's not for everybody. I just believe in the mantra of just treat people the way you want to be treated, put out good energy. The power of the tongue is very much real. Speak what you want into existence and good things will happen to you. And if you do bad things will happen to you. I just look at it as that's how the world works. If someone is in jail and they start being all nice to you and they're calling you on the phone, being all sweet, do not believe anything they fucking said. There's a saying called jail talk. If you got a relative, a daddy, a granddaddy, a friend, or a cousin, or anyone you know that ended up in jail, don't believe shit they say. You are the easiest lick a lot of times when you're dating somebody who's in jail and they're calling you, asking you for shit. Most times that person wouldn't help you if the roles were reversed. When people's back are against the wall, they tend to be sweet and nice to anyone that could be a gateway of peace. If they genuinely did the crime and they genuinely deserve to be there, do not give anybody shit in jail and do not help them at all. Going to Houston for spring break is a genius idea. Recently, people have been going viral because a lot of people have been saying that Houston is the new spring break spot. Now, at first glance, some of y'all are just like, why? That's fucking weird. Houston is hot, it's humid. Yeah, there's nice clubs and venues and bars and restaurants, but what's the point? Well, the point is everything I said. Big venues, lots of space, amazing restaurants, and a lot of cultural diversity. Miami is fucked up now. Miami is insanely prejudiced. People literally go to Miami and immediately a club gets shut down after a certain time. They literally are told not to sell liquor in certain areas in Miami anymore. Miami has essentially pushed out a lot of the tourists who come for spring break, and they're trying to welcome more luxury tourists. The new people who come into Miami have essentially tried to revamp and reinvent Miami. And truth be told, I understand. Spring breakers have done some most horrendous shit.
We have an 8 p.m. curfew Thursday through Monday, and we closed our causeways after 10 p.m. Coming into our island city to local traffic only and hotel guests to try to reduce the volume of people coming here and really make sure we have order. We've arrested an enormous number of people, which isn't great, but we have to do it because we simply can't allow things to careen out of control.
During the pandemic, especially when there was supposed to be a whole shutdown in Miami. Now, spring break in Houston is a really smart idea because there's more space, and yeah, there's not a beach, But the whole world should really see and know and look into Houston. There's so much space there. It's mad affordable, and there's a lot of restaurants with great potential.
Texas is very different from Georgia. Everybody's very hospitable as well. Like, everybody's so nice, and the food is good.
Spring break. Yes, spring break. The rodeo, everything.
The rodeo, like, we've never been to Texas.
If anything, I think it's a way better idea to everybody being congested in fucking Miami, where, if I'm being honest with you, Miami is very fucking overrated. If you are from America and you travel, start telling people that you are from Canada. Everybody fuck with Canada. Don't nobody hate Canada. Everybody likes Canada. Tell people that you're from Canada. The problem is, saying you're American now is really awkward. I've had moments where I've really sat in Ubers and people would just be like, oh my God, where are you from? And the minute I say America, they're like, literally driving the car and ignoring me the whole fucking trip and don't say a fucking word. People have a disdain, a resentment, and a jealousy towards Americans because of the influence and because of a lot of the things happening politically. And the rest of the world really does not like Trump. Trump is portrayed horribly in the media in almost every country I go to, other than Islamic countries. So for your own safety, if you're a traveler, tell them you're from South Africa, tell them you're from Canada, tell them you're from England, tell them you're from anywhere else other than America for your own fucking safety, unless they pass the vibe check. If they don't pass the vibe check, don't tell no one you're American. People try to take advantage of you. People are horribly disrespectful. People be trying to go back and forth with you and be rude with you and ask you weird-ass, stupid-ass questions about politics and, oh yeah, that Trump. Oh my God, like, oh wow, they're pushing all those immigrants. Now I literally just be like, because in my head I'm thinking to myself, bitch, you want me to tell them to stop? Like, you want me to tell them to stop? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't tell anybody that I'm from America unless they pass the vibe check. That's that for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, that's that. Choice out this bitch. Why don't we fall in love? It's so many reasons. It's the only thing that matters to me. It's so many reasons. It takes such a load off to let you know that you're the only one I won't ever want to go. Think I never did know what to do. A love I never felt, now I feel for you. Why don't I just swallow each and every ounce of my pride? Everything you do, I want to feel again. Ain't no use for us to pretend, cause why do we, why can't we, why can't we fall in love? That's all you get for free.